everyone. Happy Sunday. This is the SC Kicker and the KO Ninja coming at you. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know we had a fun time with everybody on Friday night for the live stream that we did. If you missed out on that one, we'll include the link in this video below, and you guys can check that out. We had a really awesome time with Christina. She is our main artist for Hyde Park Ninjas, and we got to show off a little bit of her artwork. So if you missed that, definitely click the link below and you guys can check out that video, and definitely let us know what you liked the best about that video too. We got so many texts and messages, so it was really exciting to have her on. So I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as we did. So KL, what do you got going on your side of town over there?
Man, it's been a good weekend, and we're ready for a crazy week ahead. It's gonna be super busy. So just getting ready for that. How about yourself?
It was a good weekend. We got out to the ball game last night. We went to a ball game with my son. It was a madhouse in downtown Charlotte. They had a professional soccer game going on at the same time the baseball game was going on. So it was really cool. A lot of fireworks and stuff. So it was a good time with the family. Got to relax a little bit and kick back after a long weekend. So we got so much done this week with Hyde Park Ninja. So it was a great weekend, and it was a great way to finish it out. And then today was a little bit tougher, actually. Did a lot of yard work. So the weather didn't cooperate the last 2 days. So I didn't get everything done. So I had to rush it into one day and get it before the crazy week starts. So I know tomorrow's going to be nuts at the academy. So I'm looking forward to it. Excited to get back kicking with the team and, get into martial arts. So, but what do we got going on tonight? I know we're going to do a little bit of a training here for some of the newbies. I know we got a lot of new people in the Discord and a lot of people that are very new to not only the Hard Park Ninjas, but also to Upland in general. So I know, thinking back to when I started out, I don't know about UKO, but I had all kinds of things that I messed up and learned so much. So anything we can share, we're definitely going to do that. So I know we touched on some beginner basic stuff in the last video, so we'll get into a little bit more tonight. And I think that's about it. So, also this weekend we had the UFC pick'em. How did that go?
Yeah, so we watched the fights last night. We were at my in-laws, and just we didn't get home till 2 a.m. After watching the fights.
Wow.
It was a late night, but the fights were amazing. I'm just looking up the results here. That was one of the best cards that I've watched in quite a while. From the prelims all the way through, we watched them all, um, and it was just absolutely every fight was awesome. So it doesn't always go that way. Sometimes there's boring fights, but it was like every fight was just great.
It was a big card too. There was a lot of fights.
A lot of fights. Man, just going through some highlights. Like probably won't go through the prelims and stuff, except for Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler retired. He did his last fight, and he won in I think less than a minute. Knocked the guy out. So it's kind of a nice fairy tale ending to his story. He's been in some absolute wars,
Yeah.
and just kind of just a
Good,
real big name in fighting. So
good way for him to finish. It's good to see.
yeah, that was really cool to see. So, and he was going against a nice Nico Price. He's a good fighter as well, but he was really respectful, and so that was really cool to see. Bo Nickel won pretty 38 seconds. That was a crazy.
Wow.
He's a wrestler, and he knocked the guy out. So uh, that was interesting. The Dan Hooker Jalen Turner fight was just insane. Dan Hooker was just getting beat up in the first round. He came back and won, and ended up winning the fight by decision in rounds 2 and 3. Just absolutely came back strong. Dricus Duplessis upset Robert Whitaker. Also upset my 3-fight parlay.
Oh man.
I know that my other two won. He messed it up for me. That's all right. Pantoja beat Brandon Moreno. That was an upset. That was the craziest fight. It was the cardio on those two guys is absolutely insane. And then Volkanovski, of course, won his fight. So just a great night of fights. Yeah, it was great.
Awesome. And I saw,
Absolutely.
was it Sunny Minded one in the Discord?
Yeah, you tied. It was you and Sunny Minded tied with 9 wins, and then I think you chose
I chose against Volkanovski.
Rodriguez,
Yeah.
and then Sunny Minded chose Volkanovski, so he won the tiebreaker and
Uh,
20,000 upix. So
ooh, big score.
congrats, Sunny Minded.
Can go out and pick himself up a new Hyde Park property with that.
Yeah, one or two. That's good.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Well, let's get into it here. We'll let me see if I can get a screen share going. So, man, Friday was a huge victory. So I gotta give us a pat on the back for this. We had no technical difficulties, and so far it looks like we're doing pretty good tonight. So let's see if we can keep the trend alive here. But we're gonna go to a screen share, and let's do some training here. So let me see if I can pull this up real quick. There we go. Awesome.
Okay, we on my screen there.
Yeah, I see you. Perfect.
All
And
right,
this
sweet.
is, you must be in San Francisco. Let me
In
see,
San Fran.
Midtown Terrace. That's Ben and more cheeses
Yep,
neighborhood there. The Cheese
yep.
Whiz and Ben. Nice.
Yeah, I don't have a property in there yet. I need a good deal.
The floor
The
was pretty high.
shoe, I know. Pretty crazy spot here. Yeah, the floor's pretty up there, so waiting on a good deal to get a property in there. I'd like to have one. So, but yeah. So last time we did some beginner training. We kind of went over the different things here on the screen and what they mean. And today we're going to kind of do an intermediate training um, on Upland and the different things going on. There's so much, and I know we've talked about the first when everybody starts Upland, everybody makes mistakes, and you just don't know what's going on in the game. And so we want to help people understand what's going on and maybe not make the same mistakes that we did. Let's see. We'll jump in here. So we're going to go down here to the drop down the menu. These little three little dots here, and we're just going to go through these pretty quickly and just kind of go through what they are and just stop me, SC Kicker, if you want to chime in. Just starting here at your properties, so you can kind of see. You're looking at my account here. This tells you what you're bringing in per month, the value of your UPIX that you have ready to spend. I'm saving up for Tokyo at the moment, so I'm trying to accumulate, and then your property value, and then the number of completed collections,
Oh,
and
you've
then
picked
this
up
is
some
your
collections there.
yeah. I'd really try to maximize my earnings and make sure that my I get as many collections under mint as possible, um, and things like that. So yeah, try to get the collections and get those boosts on the earnings. So and this is your overall net worth. So looking forward to crossing over that 17 million mark here soon. And then this is all of your properties that you own. Um, and they're looking. I know there's been lots of requests to Upland to categorize these or organize them in a different way because
That would be
right now
great.
they're not. Yeah, um, and so anyway, that's probably to come in the future. Over here, you can look at sent offers. So I don't have any right now, but if you see a property that you've made an offer on, um, you can't make USD offers yet, but you can make UPIX offers on properties and or maybe some property trades. So trading one property for another, and if they haven't accepted yet, then it'll show up right here. Um, and then that way you can, if you decide to take the offer back, then you can do that. So that's where that would be. Oh,
So
missions.
how do
That's
you make an offer for some of the newer players?
yeah, great question. So if I come here, even if it's not for sale, so let's go to this property here, which is by TM. He's got a lot in. San Fran.
Oh yeah.
Um, so I go here to the offer button, select offer type. So you can either trade a property or UPIX. I could offer him 30,000 UPIX, which he does. You can set your minimum requirement that you offer, um, and so that doesn't meet what he wants. So um, 47,000 offer UPIX. If I offer him 40,000, okay, so
Oh,
he would accept that offer if I wanted to buy it. So there you go. That's how you make an offer. Um,
now just because you make that offer, does that mean that they're definitely going to buy it, or is it still their choice? I think it's still their choice. Is that correct?
yeah, so that's their choice. And then you'll actually get a notification, which actually I'll show you right here in your messages. So you'll get a notification here if they accept or reject. So either way, it'll notify you here in your messages, which is also where you see all of your transactions, um, and what you've bought and sold and traded. All those show up in your messages. Good. So some good stuff there. Also been using the in-game chat, which we went over last time. If you want to negotiate with somebody and actually talk to them, message them, then that can help with some negotiations. Also, I know Upland is trying to add the multiple offer situation. So maybe somebody has a high value property, and right now you can only offer like one property, as a trade. So right now you got to use your messaging here to maybe negotiate some different offerings to them. In the future, you'll be able to offer maybe multiple properties for one property if they have like a high value property, or maybe like a combination of a certain amount of UPIX and a property as a trade. So that's coming in the future.
That'd be really cool.
That would be nice because there's multiple situations where I've had where I want a property and I just don't have maybe a perfect trade for one property, but I have maybe three properties that would I could trade for one property, or vice versa. So anyway, we'll see that stuff coming in the future to Upland. They've already announced that that's on the roadmap. Let's see. Missions. No missions show up, and I don't know if new players see missions yet. We're just talking about that. But that's going to be helping new players understand the game, uh, and teach them kind of the basics to Upland by completing missions and giving them rewards for that. Let's see the explore button. This is great for new players. So you can go through city building, explore Upland, properties, property collections, and if you click this, it'll actually take you through a tutorial of what they mean and um, for all those different categories. So that's really super helpful. If you don't understand something, just go to explore and click on whatever it is that you're interested in.
That's a great feature I wish we would have had, because even some of the simple things like traveling, God, I couldn't figure out how to travel at first. And then,
Travel right here.
especially
Yeah.
in New York, when I was in New York trying to get to certain places, it was really difficult because you have to take like buses or certain trains to get to certain areas. So for me, it was really confusing at first. I think Uplando had helped me with that in the chat, the Upland chat. So um, shout out to him for that. I learned a lot from him when I was starting out in the Discord. So
Yeah, so that's super helpful, guys. Go there if you're needing a more in-depth on anything that you need to know in Upland. Kind of cruising through, going through treasures. If you want to start your treasure hunt, which my value right here is up high because I did a bunch of treasure hunts today on a day off, so I had some time, so I knocked out some. Your competitive treasure hunts will also show up here, which they're not active right now. So you'll also see the active ones showing up here. And this is where you start your treasure hunt. So we might do another video on that
Did you do any of
later.
the Spark Up, the ones for 4th of July?
You know what? I didn't. I've just been so focused on um, just doing the standards and accumulating spark. And I'm at the point in the game. I wasn't a long time ago, but I'm at the point in the game where if I want some of those block explorers, I'll probably buy them secondary market.
Yeah.
Um, but I did try a few, and these people are so good at treasure hunting. So
Oh, it's
I
crazy
was
how fast they're gone.
I wasn't able to stand a chance there.
I got really lucky. I got a green one and a yellow one. And that's the first time ever for me. I really haven't done many of those. And I was actually in an existing hunt, just a basic hunt, and I saw the green arrow pop up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try it." So I had, I think, over 3 minutes left on the counter or whatever it was. So I had a lot of time, and I followed the
Nice.
green one, and I got that one, and I still got my blue one in time too. So it was like a double whammy. It was pretty cool. I think I picked up about 1,000 upics, and I think that entered you into a raffle, so I don't believe I won anything, or if I did win anything, I didn't receive it yet. And then I picked up some regular Upics too for, I think I picked up like 413 Upics on the basic hunt too, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I did really well in the gnome hunts for St. Patrick's Day, and I
Mm.
actually got two block explorers for free just by
Man,
doing those competitive hunts. So
that's
those worked out
awesome.
well. And I just want people to know, for the people that say, or for the people that are, starting this game, I've gained 30,000 upics this week through treasure hunting, um, with not a crazy amount of time. And I do treasure hunt in a tier one city in San Francisco, and I have taken a lot of time to build up my web here. But even without the web, I used to have zero web. I used to have zero properties in San Francisco, and this is where I treasure hunted. I could still get in about 30 hunts. If I'm busy, I'll get 5 hunts in a day. If I've got a day off, I'll go ahead and get my 20 or 30 hunts in. But this week, and most weeks, I gain 20 to 30,000 upics per week just through treasure hunting. Um, so just for people out there, if you if you want it, if you want the upics, just um, I don't know, at breakfast, eating your breakfast, just knock out a few treasure hunts, get quick at it. I can do them in about 90 seconds now, 60 to 90 seconds, depending on the hunt. So I can knock out 10 hunts in 10 minutes and gain some upics. So and I did that with zero properties in San Fran for a long time. Um, and so I'm just getting a little bit more efficient here with my web. But anyway, get out there and earn some upics.
Yeah, and that's another great example of you can play to earn. You can totally play to earn on this. And I do the same thing. I usually hit it up first thing in the morning when I have my coffee. I'll do a couple treasure hunts real quick. And I started out kind of the same way you did in San Fran. I love treasure hunting in San Fran, and I had like no web. I think I had one collection in Outer Sunset, and that was the only three properties I had there. So if it
Yep.
wasn't in Outer Sunset, it was a little more difficult. So it looks like you've got a pretty good web going. That's definitely better than mine. I'm pretty spread out now, but you got a little bit more than I do there.
I've been working on it for about 2 months,
Nice.
um, and also I might sell some off when Tokyo comes. So we'll see.
When do you think Tokyo is going to come out, by the way?
Oh man, they said 2023, so
I'm thinking like
um,
November, December. I don't know. We'll see. There's probably going to be a couple other cities come out before, I think.
I think Q4 is my guess.
Yeah.
But you never know. It literally could be tomorrow.
I
they
hope not. They don't
Upland,
have a whole lot of Upics right now.
yeah, Upland always surprises you. So, um, all right, I really don't want to keep you guys too long, and want to kind of finish through. We might do a part two, um, but we've gone through treasures collections right here. This is where you can see the collections that you own per city. Um, and so this is my San Fran properties here, my collections that I've completed, as you can see by the stars here, and I've collected the bonuses. And then, so I don't own this particular um, collection in San Fran. This is the bonus UPIX that you get for completing the collection. This is the boost that you get on those the earnings on those properties. So you get a 1.4 earnings boost right here, and then you'll get a purple badge. That's your limited collection. You got your exclusive collection, which are the oranges, your rares, which are the reds, and your ultra rares, which are these yellows. So I'm really bummed I have 0 reds or ultra rares yet. I do want some of those in the future. Just have not found a good deal yet on getting those. I do have a few exclusives though. Do you have any reds?
I do not. I don't have any rare or ultra rare yet.
Yeah, definitely working on that.
Hoping to pick one up in one of the city releases. I just haven't got lucky. I had looked
Man,
at
I
buying
know.
some on the secondary market, but oh man, it's crazy.
Yeah, those get pretty collectible and pretty rare. So, and then you can search your different cities here for your different collections. Maybe we'll just finish this top row tonight. Um,
Okay, that sounds good.
just so we don't make a too long of a video here. Let's see, resources. Should we find the Upland Discord? Find the Upland news and events. Support, analytics. So you can look up the Upland analytics of like property sales and things like that, and then the tutorials that we kind of went over earlier. So if you're just getting started, you need to get involved in the Discord. You can find lots of deals, lots of secondary market deals, and all kinds of information and discussions going on in the Discord. So definitely jump in there. I look at the news and events all the time. There's so much going on. So, once a week or so, I'll jump in there and just see if there's anything I missed and just stay on top of things. Analytics, I do like numbers. I like looking at those. Tutorials, I'm pretty much past that right now. I feel pretty comfortable. Feel pretty comfortable with Upland by now. So um, there's that, and then you got your settings. Now, what you need to know about your settings is right here. So right now I've got 3D objects turned on. So that means when we're looking down here at the properties, you can see everything that's built or being built. Now the problem with that is that it takes that can slow down your computer a little bit. So when you're treasure hunting, or if you're doing a city release, you want everything to be running at optimal speed. So typically I have everything turned off. So now you can see here everything is turned off and things are going to run a little bit smoother. It can take a little while for everything to load up, especially like in Midtown Terrace with so many structures here. When you scroll over this place, over Midtown Terrace, if I got this and everything turned on, um, right now everything is moving. Well, you can already see things are moving slower. I don't know if you saw that load up time,
Yeah, it took a
but now
lot longer.
yeah, and you can see the block, other block explorers popping up. That's a big player. Who we got here?
Oh, Ben 68, there he is.
Oh, that's Ben. Oh, that's awesome. Hanging out right here in Midtown Terrace. That's cool. So you got different players you can click on, and man, and you can send players UPIX, which I did today to Sunny Minded, who won our competition, and you can look at what all that person has, their properties, their legits, structures, block explorers, um, cars. You can look at all that stuff. So if you're treasure hunting or if you're doing a new city release, you need to go to your settings. You need to click everything off. Um, one last tip for that for treasure hunting, I turn it all off. For a new city release, I will keep the FSA on. The FSA means if I'm not mistaken, Fair Starters Act, which only players that are just beginning can buy under the 100,000 UPIX net worth. And so that way, when you're when you get above 100,000 UPIX, you can no longer mint FSA properties. Um, and so if you're hovering over a property to mint, and if it's an FSA, I cannot mint it. So I will keep that on during a new city release so that I know what properties are FSA and what are not.
That's a
Um,
great tip too. I remember when LA came out, or no, it was Detroit actually. I did not have FSA clicked on, and I kept clicking on properties that were FSA and I couldn't buy them. I was so frustrated because I couldn't figure out why in either until it popped up.
yeah, that could be super frustrating. And FSA is great um, for new players. It's those properties are reserved for them. They're just learning how to play. They're usually cheaper, and really is a good way to reserve some properties for those players.
I think that's a
Um,
great benefit to the newer players too. I think I'm really glad they have that actually.
yeah, and just for the experienced player, it can be annoying if you are trying to mint, but you can't mint it because it's an FSA property. So keep that on during city releases, but off during treasure hunting, just to help the speed go along nice and quick. So, all right. Well, I think that's probably good for today. That's a good amount of information. We'll go over the rest of that maybe in a future video.
Yeah, that sounds good. That was a lot of good info. Definitely some good info I wish I had when I started. So, yeah, and like KO said, we'll get into some more tips and tricks in the next video. I think we'll have another video coming out in the next day or two, actually. We are going to talk a little bit about the Spark Train. I know the community as a whole has been killing it, and we've been looking forward to getting the new Spark Train details out and getting that started. So we'll have that coming over the next day or two. So, oh, I forgot to tell you. So I've been growing this pear tree in my backyard for I guess, the last 3 years, and I had some really big pears coming up, and we had a horrible windstorm here the other day, and it blew all of my big pears down. So I took a couple, and I'm hoping they'll ripen up a little bit. This one was decent size, so we'll see what happens with it. It actually is getting a little bit more firm, so we'll see. But I was really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to getting some pears this year, and it's been
Nice.
3 years just waiting. So um, crazy.
Patience, grasshopper,
Yes, yes.
for your pears.
Uh,
Oh man. Well, no, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about the Spark Train. Hyde Park is killing it with the Spark. We've been saying it all along, and we want to get more efficient and a little bit more streamlined with the Spark Trains. And everybody's been so consistent and great sharing their Spark, and we're just going to make that process even better. So yeah, we're going to have that video coming out soon.
awesome. All right. Well, I think that's it for tonight. So everybody have a good rest of the Sunday, and have fun this week getting back kicking with the team in Johnson City. So, um, we'll look forward to the next one here, and we'll have some more stuff coming out this week, and then the live stream on Friday. And then I know we announced this on last Friday. We may have a time change coming to the live stream just because of our busy schedules at our academy. So we'll keep you guys posted. As soon as we have details, we'll let you guys know right away so you can plan ahead and get on those live streams with us. So, again, for anybody that's a new listener, make sure that you guys let us know, in the chat if you're a new listener, so we can give you a shout out in the Discord and also in the YouTube screen. And then if there are things for the newer players that you guys want to see or have us go through in detail for training purposes, definitely let us know, and we'll give you all the skills that we have and share that with you guys to give you an edge. And but I think that's it for tonight. So we'll look forward to seeing everybody on the next video.
Thanks everybody. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and thanks for kicking it with the ninjas.
All right, have a good night.